Third grade, today we're on math lesson 33. It starts on page 205. Please go ahead and rack out those multiplication facts, your mental math, and then your problem of the day at the bottom. Press pause. When you're done, press play, and we'll correct them together. All right, let's get going on those multiplication facts. Five times 5 is 25. 1 times 8 is 8. 0 times 6 is 0. 9 times 2 is 18. 5 times 4 is 20. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 3 is 6. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 0 is 0. 1 times 9 is 9. 9 times 0 is 0. 8 times 5 is 40. 1 times 5 is 5. 6 times 5 is 30. 1 times 0 is 0. 2 times 4 is 8. 4 times 5 is 20. 7 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 14. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 14. 12. 5 times 0 is 0. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. 0 times 0 is 0. 8 times 2 is 16. 9 times 5 is 45. 4 times 1 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 8 is 40. 0 times 2 is 0. 3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 9 is 45. 8 times 0 is 0. 7 times 1 is 7. 2 times 5 is 10. 0 times 4 is 0. 7 times 5 is 35. It says count by threes from 30 to 60 and then back down to 30. So we'll start at 30. 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48, 51, 54, 57, 60. And back down. 60, 57, 54, 51, 48, 45, 42, 39, 36, 33. A. 60 minus 40. Get 20. B. 80 minus 30. Get 50. C. 800 minus 300. Get 500. We know with all those zeros, 0 minus 0 is just 0, so we can do those ones in our head fast. D. 340 plus 35 plus 115. 5 plus 5 is 10. 1 goes up, 0 comes down. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 3 plus 1 is 4, so you get 490. E. The square table was 3 feet long on each edge. What was the perimeter? So square, 3, 3, 3, 3. What's 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3? The same thing as 3 times 4. That equals 12. So 12 feet. So perimeter equals 12 feet. F. Carol records her favorite television show. Each episode is 1 hour long. If Carol watches 2 episodes in a row, starting at 6:20, what time will she finish? So she starts at 6:20, watches one show, it's 1 hour later, it's 7:20, watches another show 2 hours later, it's 8:20. So 8:20 p.m. G. The high temperature on the hot day was 36 degrees Celsius. The low temperature was 27 degrees Celsius. The difference between the high and low temperatures for the day was how many degrees? So it's 36 minus 27. 6 minus 7, can't do that. Cross out 3, make it a 2. Change the 6 into 16. 16 minus 7 is 9. 2 minus 2 is 0. So you get 9 degrees Celsius. H. Lane's pen was 128 millimeters long. Round that to the nearest 10. 2's in 10's place. 2 looks at the 8. 0 through 4 don't get no more. 5 through 9 go up one time. 8 says go up one time. So the 2's got to go up to a 3. Don't forget your label, millimeters. Our problem of the day today says choose an appropriate problem-solving strategy. Checkerboard has 64 small squares. There are 8 squares on this side and 8 squares on this side. If a checkerboard only had 36 small squares, how many squares would there be on each side? Well, 8 times 8 is 64. 6 times 6 is 36, so it would have to be 6 squares on each side. Go ahead and flip it over and I'll get up to my board for us to go over a new concept for today. Third grade. Today you will learn how to write numbers through the hundred thousands. So we've done this before when we had numbers just through the thousands. Today we're moving into the hundred thousands. So here we have our ones, tens, hundreds, and then our thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. Okay? Notice that pattern's going to repeat. So we've got ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. When we keep going, we're going to get millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. So we're going to keep repeating that pattern of whatever the place the first one is, and then 10, 100. So thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. Notice we put a comma every 3. So we go 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. We'll start at the back and then count 3 and then put a comma for those numbers. All right? So let's practice. Example 1 says use words to write 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I already added the comma in there. So 1, 2, 3, comma. Okay? Now that helps me know where I should put it here. So my 2, switch colors. My 2 right here would go 2 in front of the comma, so 20, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that can help me name it. So 23,456. With words, it would look like this. You're writing this on your paper too? 23,000. I got a comma here, so I'm going to put a comma in my words. 456. Okay, so I get 23,456. Okay? Next example. Example 2 says in the 2000 census, Fort Worth had a population of 534,964. Use words to write the population. So, we get here 534. $534,000 694. Notice just like if I was writing a story or something, I just loop to the next line. You can do that when you're writing numbers too. Okay? You can do that exact same thing. Example 3 says write 75,634 in expanded form. So we're going to take that and we're going to expand it out. So what we have to do first is start with our first digit. This is a 7 in the 10,000s place, right? Because it's 2 in front of the comma. In the 10,000s. So if I were to put this up here, I've got my 7 first, then my 5, then 6, 3, 4. Okay? So first things first, 7 in the 10,000s place. So that's 70,000 plus a 5 in the thousands place. So that's 5,000 plus a 6 in the hundreds place. So that's 600 plus a 3 in the tens place plus a 4 in the ones place. All right? So that's that in expanded form. Example 4, you can see that number on your paper right here. Sorry, right there. Look at which digit is in the hundred thousands place. Well, we've got 3, 4, 5, comma, 6, 7, 8. Which is the hundreds, thousands place? Ones, tens, hundred, thousands, 10,000, 100,000. So for example 4, you can just circle the digit 3 because that's in our hundred thousands place. Example 5. Says we need to compare these two numbers. So we've got 510,000 less than, greater than, or equal to 501,000. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits here. So I have the same number of digits, so the digits can't tell me the answer. So I got to look at them individually. 5 and 5. 5 and 5 are the same. 1 and 0. 1's bigger. So this entire number is bigger. If we take off the thousands and we just get 510 and 501, well, 510 is bigger than 501. So that's another way that you could figure it out. And last one, example 6, gives us all those numbers that we have to put in order from least to greatest. Now, while I get those numbers on the board, why don't you look and see count up the digits and find which numbers have the least amount of digits. All right, hopefully you counted up those digits and saw that some of them have 5 digits and some of them have 6 digits. So for example, this number right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's got 5 digits. This one's got 6, 5, 6, 6. So we gotta look at our ones with 5 digits first. So let's just look at these two numbers. Which is bigger or smaller? 23,000 or 78,000? Well, 23,000 because 23 is smaller than 78. So put 23 first on your list. Then we can put 78 next. Okay, now we got 3 left. Which is smaller? 230,000, 870,000, or 500,000? Well, 2, 8, and 5, which is the smallest? 2. You can put 230,000 next. 8 or 5, which one's smaller? 5. So you can put 500,000 next. And then last, we've got our 870,000. All right? Excellent. So that is our answer for example 6. All right? Let's go on to some of those problems and get rocking on some of those problems together. Problems for today start on page 209. Number 2 says write the number 3,425 in expanded form, then use words. So 3,000 means a 3 with 1, 2, 3 zeros after it, plus 4 with 2 zeros, plus 2 with 1 zero, plus 5. Okay, so that's our expanded form. Then we need to write 3,425. That is a great C box one, especially if you wrote it neatly in this box. Number 6, place commas in this number 2, 5, 0, 0, 0, 0. There should be 4 zeros there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. All right. We start at the back and we place commas every 3. So 1, 2, 3, comma. Okay, now that can help us. This is 250,000. It's another good C box one. Moving down to number 8. It says which digit in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is in the 10,000s place? Well, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. So which is in the 10,000s place? The 2. So you can just write 2 for number 8. Number 9, turning to page 210. Compare 9 times 4 is less than, greater than, or equal to the square root of 36. Well, if I use my multiplication chart, 9 times 4, boom, gives me 36. And then the square root of 36. That means I need to find the square root 36. What's 36 equal? 6 times 6. So the square root of 36 just equals 6. So 36 is greater than 6. All right. And number 15 says change this addition problem to a multiplication problem. If you look in your book, how many 20s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we just write 20 times 5. Now it doesn't tell us to solve it, so feel free to just write 20 times 5. Last one, number 23, says draw a circle with a radius of 1 inch. So draw a circle, put your dot in the middle, radius of 1 inch. So from the middle to the side is 1 inch. So it's the diameter, middle to the other side is also 1 inch. So the diameter is going to be 2 inches. Awesome. Make sure you work hard on the rest of that work and reach out if you got any questions.